Hey famsauce, it's Guru, and I'm sitting here in the dojo with my main man Santino, aka Teen Teen. Say hi, Teen. As many of you know, Santino is my son, best friend, and exercise partner. Today we're here to talk about, as well as demonstrate, one of our favorite father-son activities, assisted stretching. Being someone who finds a great deal of interest in mobility, functionality, and biomechanics, it was a no-brainer for me to start stretching Santino's muscles. Stay tuned and we'll show you how we do. Much love. Thanks for joining us. In my opinion, stretching isn't just beneficial for your child, it's downright necessary. Not stretching before or after physical activity, your little one runs the risk of injuries and even delayed recovery. As adults, the idea of stretching before and after physical activity is common knowledge. What isn't common is the idea of helping our kids stretch after play and activity. Toddlers and young children are moving constantly and exercising their muscles as they go. Think for a minute how your muscles would feel if you played as hard as a toddler does all day and you didn't stretch your muscles. Obviously, most of us would get tight and sore fairly quickly. Our toddlers and young children get tight and sore too. Not to mention that kids are still growing, which adds tension to their muscles and joints. Even though he's only less than 2.5 years old, I want to start developing Teen's functionality and flexibility, all the while developing his interest and competence in the world of physical fitness. Someday it might not be his main interest like it is mine, but I want him to have established a strong mind-muscle connection and to be capable of achieving an elite level of physical fitness and wellness. Just dedicating a few minutes to stretching before and after exercise can be extremely beneficial for your little one. It will get their blood pumping, reduce the risk of injury and discomfort, increase their flexibility and range of motion, which in itself is very physically advantageous. Stretching your toddler can even help them experience less severe growing pains. Personally, I remember how painful those were. Growing pains typically occur because the muscles and bones grow at different rates. As the bones grow, they stretch the muscles even tighter. Therefore, kids often feel pain in the legs and arms. A regular stretching routine can help ease the tension in muscles that will help with flexibility, muscle pain, and even pain control related to growth and tightness. For some infants and children, they have abnormal muscle tone, meaning they are too stiff, which is called hypertonia, or they are too floppy, which is called hypotonia. Tight muscles is generally associated with hypertonia because the muscles are already stiffer. However, children with hypotonia are just as much at risk for developing tight muscles. Tight muscles can limit your child's ability to do the things they want to do. Areas to look out for in a child with hypotonia are their hamstrings, low back, and the outside of their hips, due to the tendency of their legs to turn out while lying on their back, as well as their trunk rotators. It's a common misconception that because children with low muscle tone are floppy, that tightness will not be an issue. The reality is they have a harder time holding themselves in a proper alignment, and over time the muscles get tight. When a child gets tight hamstrings, it's harder for them to sit cross-legged. You may notice that they kneel more often, which encourages the tight hamstrings. Also, they have a hard time sitting with their feet out in front of them. They either need to bend their knees or lean back on their arms. It can make it hard to climb ladders and really high steps, which could delay their independence on the playground. Tight calf muscles can make it challenging for your child to squat down while playing with toys. It can also make it harder to go up and down the stairs. But they will find ways to compensate, usually by turning their feet out to the side, or they could just develop an increased pronation. I know me personally, I externally rotated my feet way too much when walking. I think it was due to tight calves back in the day, something I really had to correct on my own. Anyway, guys, one of my worst pet peeves is seeing an extremely physically fit parent with a child who is unhealthy, unfit, or has zero interest in physical fitness. Come on, guys, physical fitness is a gift. Please set your children up so they can enjoy that gift, and stretching is probably the best place to start.
You are watching a master work.
reality is, children can get tight muscles, and it can have a huge effect on their overall health, functionality, and beyond. Tight muscles just lead to limitations in mobility, changes in posture for abnormal posture, and potential for injury as we get older. By keeping a watch out early, you can prevent tight muscles and muscular imbalances down the line. While your little sunflower is growing and learning new skills, let's not make it harder for them. Introduce them to stretching and let them blossom into a functional, flexible, healthy, and capable body. My name's Guru, aka White Shaman, aka Natty Boo Boo, aka Baby Gooey, aka Rey Mysterio Jr., aka Young Miyagi, aka Merryweather Gouis, aka Father Sham, aka Bobby Goucher, aka Gooeyville Slugger, aka Gucasso, aka Sham Corleone, aka The Librarian, aka Goodyard Kipling, aka Michael Gungelo, aka The Last Samurai, aka Goobot, aka The Heated Blanket, aka Sham Wow. And this is my dude Santino, aka Teen Teen, aka Wrangler, aka The Hunky Bunny, aka Big Love, aka Gooseface Killer. And we just want to thank you guys for coming down to our dojo and expanding your positivity and your electricity. If it's not love, it's fear. And I created this channel out of love, so please help me spread that peanut butter and goo by banging that sub button and sharing this video with your loved ones. I really appreciate you, fam. Peace. Say bye, team.
Bye. Alright, Goo Nation. Alright, peanut butter and goo family, I got one more thing to mention. Guys, that's all children move and play differently. One thing about Santino is he consistently leads with that left leg when going up and down the stairs and when he's standing up. His left leg is clearly stronger, it's clearly the dominant leg. He also hurt his right ankle about 6 months ago, and that caused him to lose a bit of range of motion in that ankle. When I stretch him, I try to perform stretches that target these imbalances in order to fix them before they become a detriment to his day-to-day biomechanics. So guys, learn your children, learn how they move, see if they're setting themselves up for a postural or a muscular imbalance, and educate yourselves on how to correct these imbalances before they affect your children in a big way physically. Guys, much love.